Hey you guys, how's it going? Not exactly sure if I'm gonna be able to keep up this Facebook Live here. We're out here on the river, on the boat, just enjoying our Friday afternoon, you guys. Over here, Larry and the kids, I don't know if you can see, they're throwing some football around, having a good time. But I was inspired to do this video, you guys, right now because May 1st, I hope you can hear me over the music and stuff, but May 1st was a big day for us, you guys, because, hey Gio, how's it going? I hope you're enjoying the conference. I wish I was there. But anyhow, you guys, May 1st was a big day for us. Hey Nicole, how's it going, hun? Thank you for tuning in. You guys, I'm gonna lay down some awesome stuff here in a few moments. So make sure if you're coming on, say hi. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, you guys. Give me some love. I think I got knots in my hair like crazy. So anyhow, you guys, May 1st was a big day for us because that was our 1-year anniversary into our house. And we honestly did not know how we were going to make that happen. And if you've watched any of my videos before, you kind of know the story behind that. Like, we had no money for this house. We were going negative, you know what I mean? And you know, we asked, we believed, and it happened for us, you guys. But there is a certain process to have, you know, to do that. And a lot of times we don't realize, you guys, like, it seems like it's so easy to get some things, but then so hard to get other things, right? And we don't realize that the fact that if we can think it, right, and we can imagine it, then it can happen, okay? God, universe, source, can make whatever it is that we can think about and want, you know, and aspire to happen for us. But how, right? That's can be the really difficult thing about it, you guys, because like certain things is so easy, right? Like maybe the awesome parking spot. Like the other day I was like, I want to get a really good parking spot today, you know, and then I got one. Or one day, well, that's not good. One day, you guys, we were out off-roading, and there's these really cool like longhorn rams or sheeps, okay? And you don't see them very often. They're actually like kind of up in the mountains. And if you spot one, we're pretty lucky. And so this day, you guys, we were like, you know, it'd be really cool if we seen a bunch, you know, close up. And we went around a bend. This music might be a little too loud. We went around a bend, you guys, and all of a sudden this herd of longhorn sheep came running like right in front of our side-by-side, and we were like, oh my god, that is awesome. And I got a little video of it, and we just stopped and like we kind of just crept up and got a little bit closer, and we were like, wow, that was so freaking cool, you know what I mean? But like easy things, you know, sometimes are just like, we even just take for granted the fact that we get them, you know. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. Make sure to say hello. So, you know, just like the other day, I've been wanting to paddleboard. And so my husband went to his friend's house, and he had a paddleboard right there in the living room. And my husband goes, wow, that's a very nice paddleboard, you know? And he's like, yeah, I don't paddleboard that often, but hey, you know what? Why don't you take it? You know what I mean? You have a garage, you can store it there, and if I want it, you know, I could use it. I'm like, sweet, freaking just got a paddleboard, right, to use. You know, so a lot of times what happens, the things that we want, you guys, God, source, and universe it seems like a coincidence, okay, actually ends up being like a coincidence, right? A coincidence where God, source, universe will line you up with the right things to make the things that you want to have happen. All right. And so it's not coincidence. It's all lined. It's all divine, you know, perfect inspiration. You're where you're supposed to be. They're where they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like when you're under that divine inspiration, you can't go wrong. You can't say the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? It all lines up for you. But then you have like the harder things, you know what I mean? Like maybe money or love or health, you know what I mean? That just seem like, you're like, well, I want money, you know what I mean? I want my bank account to be overflowing. I want the time freedom, but how do I get, you know, if God, source, universe is willing to give me everything I want, how do I get it? How do I get the money, you know what I mean, into my bank so I can spend it and I can pay my bills and I can have that time freedom? Well, you guys, what we don't realize is we have a lot of resistance on certain things. You know what I mean? Like take a minute, you guys, and think, what are our thoughts about money? Were we grown up on the fact that like it doesn't grow on trees? You know what I mean? That money's hard to come by. It's hard to get. You have to be super smart. You know what I mean? In order to get money. What are the things that we grew up with? You know what I mean? That our parents passed down. You know, those are all resistant statements. You know what I mean? So that's what basically happens, you guys. We get a lot of momentum, but in the wrong way. So the easier things, the things that we have like no resistance on, you know what I mean? The things that, you know, why wouldn't they work out for us, right? They come easy, but those harder things though may not. And what we don't realize, you guys, it's as easy to create a button as it is a castle. And that's like, you know what I mean? That can be mind blown because you're like, how? You know what I mean? But it's even with love, you know what I mean? Like we might have so much resistance in the opposite direction for what it is that we're wanting that it's hard to slow that momentum down. Like, you know, you have a train going, you know, crazy fast, or just for instance, this river, you know, it doesn't look like it's going, but it's really flowing if you get out there in the middle of it. And to slow that resistance down can be difficult. And I have a lot of fun working with people to help them start recognizing where, you know, the thought patterns that they have that's creating that resistance in order to slow it down, stop it, and then turn it in the other direction. You know what I mean? Babe, come here real quick. So my husband's over here having fun with the kids. What a good daddy, huh? So anyways, I wanted to ask you real quick. So why do you think that it's so easy to get, you know, the easy things that you want? Or no, how is it so easy to get some things but so hard to get other things? Why would you say?
So this is inappropriate for a fart noise right now?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You guys don't want fart noises, do you?
I think a lot has to do with contrast. You know, I mean, I don't want to get a big old long story, but, you know, growing up as the son of a drug addict mother, no father, I think one of the biggest things that I always wanted was something better, you know, like didn't know what it was, but just want a better life, want this, want, and here I am living it. And my brother, who is 11 months older than me, is not, still a drug addict, and here I am on a boat with my freaking kids, my wife. So I think one of the things is just what you feel about yourself. It was a long time ago when I was young, I felt very kind of not very happy with my life, but a lot of it was because of what my mom's life was. So a lot of that reflected onto me, and I reflected that in my life. And then one day I turned around and said, I'm better than that, and these are the things I want for my life. Didn't know how I was gonna get them. The universe provided it all for me, and so here I am, living down proof.
Awesome, you guys. Make sure you guys say hi. Thank you so much for joining. I can't really see here. I think it's Chip. Hey Chip, how's it going? But I mean, basically that's it, you guys. Whatever it is that we want, all right, we can have, but it just depends on the amount of momentum and the resistance we have, maybe going in the opposite direction that's keeping us from those things. So that way, like those things that are like easy to get, like every single moment is a manifestation. You know what I mean? Earlier today, I walked out, so the bird was up there. You don't want to poop on our boat. But anyways, I walked out of our house, right? And my neighbor goes, oh man, I was just looking for someone because I wanted someone to take me down to my truck really quick. And I was hoping somebody would walk by. And I'm like, perfect timing. You know, so every single moment is a manifestation. But it seems to always be that the things that we kind of want that aren't that big of a deal to us can come easier because we don't have that resistance. We don't have that momentum going in the opposite direction. Whereas the things that we seem or think are really hard, or that we think we're not good enough for, or that we think that we're not smart enough for, or we think that we're never going to have, you know, our parents didn't have it, we don't have it, we don't know anybody who has it, then those are the ones that really just freaking bog us down, and we think that we're never going to get, you know what I mean? Like I've talked to so many people who say, you know what I mean? Well, you know, I never can count on my income. You know, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? I'll never be able to have that. You know what I mean? Because that's truly how they feel and how they think, because they think that they're not worthy enough. They think that they're not smart enough. They think that they're not going to be able to, that they don't understand God, universe, source will deliver everything that they want if they just change their mindset. And it really is, like, it's easy, but it's like not easy at the same time. You know what I mean? Because we have so many previous thoughts just, embedded in us from, growing up, So anyhow, you guys, in the spirit of, just us celebrating, being a year in our first house and stuff, I want to extend an offer to you guys. I'm going to take 5 people this week that I will talk to, all right, for free, all right? Let's get some of this momentum that you have on the things that you want, but you don't believe that you can have, all right? If you can, like, what if this really works for you and you were able to be like, start seeing those manifestations for yourself on the things that you've always wanted but don't have, you know what I mean? Like, it would be worth it just to jump on the phone with me for an hour, you guys, and dedicate 5 hours of my week this week to talk personally, one-on-one, with those of you who would like to finally be able to get the things that they've really wanted for a really long time. All right, we can stop. Thank you for joining, you guys. I can't really read the screen here. Make sure if you're watching this, say replay. But I don't want to take up too much more of your time, you guys, here. Basically, like I said, I'm going to recap. It's easy. It's just as easy to create a button as it is a castle. Okay, and that doesn't seem logical at all. I understand and I know, but it seriously is that easy. We just have to, have some tricks to help you guys get the right momentum in the right direction, you guys, so that way you can get everything that you want, you guys. All right, I love you guys. I hope you're having the best day. Go out there, freaking be awesome. Go live your life the way you guys want to do it, you guys. And don't forget to just message me. You don't have to put it here. Okay, we can do this all privately or whatever. Just send me a private message. I will get on the phone with you and we will get things squared away, get the momentum going in the right direction so you can live the life that you guys want and you deserve. All right, love you guys. Have the best day. Bye-bye.